Hello, it's me, Arizu Gaming. How are we all doing today? I'm doing alright. It's been a week. Work continues to work, and I continue to me. So we're back to Oni. It is Thursday. Head on over. So, last time on Monday, we got our friend Galileo over to the metallic swampy asteroid. And Hammer is currently having a very good time putting in some hydroponic farms and bog buckets. We now have a dupe over here that can do field research and that can dig, which is important. So we're going to go analyze the fart vent. We're going to go dig down to the Gold Volcano and analyze that. And the goal is basically to get a Gold Volcano tamer working here today. Preferably one that can actually cool the metal down to room temperature. And then we can use it to build room temperature stuff. Yeah, you're having a really good time as well, aren't you, Galileo? Excellent. So yeah, we're going to tidy up this asteroid, and we're going to get to the point where we're starting to send stuff back and forth. We do have a payload launcher here that works with the Wheezeworts, some cool stuff in the vacuum. We're going to set up something similar on the other planet, but we'll need to make a cooling loop and stuff for that first. And there's a little bit of planning thought that needs to go into this, because this is going to be the area where our rockets launch or land. There's going to be heat generated in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the base come out here. I think eventually the plan will be just to dig through all of this, deal with all of this salt water somehow, and have like the usable part of excuse me, have the usable part of the base over here, and yeah, figure that out. We've got enough room for 2 people here at the moment. It's barely enough room, and Hammer is getting stressed out because there's too much oxygen pressure here. So to be honest, the first order of the day is actually just digging out some room here for everything. And I'm not 100% sure how everything is eventually going to shake out. So for now, we're literally just going to dig over all the way over here, and we'll see what comes of that. Actually, let's cancel that. And then on the other asteroid, let's actually build a payload targeting beacon here. So that, does this generate heat? No. Build a payload targeting beacon here, and then anything that lands on this planet sent from the other planet will land here. We can hook it up properly. We've got an auto sweeper here automatically. Seems like a decent place to put one. Some lead wire should be fine, I hope. So yeah, let's just watch how things are going here at the moment. Hammer is an ugly crier, so we're probably going to get some ugly crying realistically. We're also running out of food, which is why we're trying to plant all these bog buckets. And to be honest, something else that we want to do quite soon is actually just dig over here and grab some more bog bucket seeds. So let's do that. Let us prioritize this digging a bit more highly. There we go. Speed it up a little bit. Eventually we'll definitely want to get some more dupes here, but we don't really have the infrastructure to handle too many dupes at the moment. So for now, it's just going to be Galileo and Hammer. I don't know why I've been shipping them, but I guess they're the official Oni couple now. Also, looks like the dupes are idle on the other planets. That's fine. I don't really feel like multitasking today. I'm going to be honest, I'm not in a huge rush with this playthrough. We're doing well, no one's dying. We're trying to get to the late game stuff, so I'm happy taking it slow and having some dupes just training on the wheels for a little bit. Yeah, Galileo's come down here to grab these buckets. Buckets of bog. There's another swamp chart over here. It's probably actually just worth digging down here, grabbing some of this stuff as well. We'll need to put in a couple of ladders. That's fine. Yeah, as soon as you're able, Hammer, come down here and help us dig. We're going to explore a lot. We're going to grab as many of the available resources as we can. We do also have natural gas storage here at least. So the fart vent is operating. We are pumping that into a storage for later use. Hammer is staying pretty much neutral on stress because they've got high morale, but they've got popped eardrums. So hopefully they don't get wet. We're going to try and make sure they don't get wet today. And we'll see how far we get. Hopefully all of this digging will help with the oxygen pressure, but the reality is we just have a lot of polluted water that's off-gassing, and we aren't covering it up very much at the moment. We've got a large surface area to off-gas. Got an attribute, nice. So these bog buckets, they produce about 270 calories a cycle, I think. So we're gonna want like 8, I think. So the more of these seeds we can get, the better. Yeah, uproot this plant too. There's another plant up here. And we'll want to dig out this swamp chard. Which means we'll need to dig this up. I also want to access this bog bucket. I always find it funny how the plants can grow in the neutronium, but you can't dig it. Like, how on earth did the plant manage? And then we'll just build a very quick ladder up here as well. Dig that. And then we'll just have a few more seeds, because we're pretty low on food at the moment. I mean, 2 people, it's pretty easy to get food. But, we want to consume all this polluted water, frankly. And I think the best thing to do that with at the moment is bog buckets. We also have a load of puffs here, and I do have a plan for a puff branch build. So eventually what we're going to use this payload targeting beacon for is we're gonna drop the puffed eggs on this planet, and then we're going to build a big branch and set that up. And we're gonna put it in this space here underneath the chlorine vent. We're gonna have like dense puffs here, sweetie puffs here, regular puffs here, puff printers here, or something like that. And it should all fit. But that's not gonna happen for a while. We want actual reliable refined metal first, and this is gonna be it. The Gold Volcano. Gold is really good for this because it comes out, although it comes out hot, the gold has a very low amount of thermal energy because its heat capacity is so low. So it's very easy to get it to room temperature with like even just one. It can self-cool with a steam turbine down to about 125 C. And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to put a thermo aquatune in this room. We're not going to have it be self-cooled, but we'll have that be the basis of the cooling loop. And we'll get nice cold gold to go everywhere. Alternatively, perhaps we just dump all of this salt water slowly on the Gold Volcano instead, because we want to get the clean water out of this. We want to get the salt out of this. That may be helpful, and it will start giving us a load of cold gold, and eventually it'll give us a load of steam. So that seems like a better short-term plan. So we've got a seed in here that could be interesting. Now this started erupting fairly recently, so I don't think it's going to go dormant anytime soon. We do need to be careful about slime lung. This bit doesn't have slime lung in it. This bit does. So we need to be careful digging around this zone. Which makes me, yeah, it makes me want to explore the rest of the asteroid over here, to be honest. And what I'm actually going to do as well is I'm just going to dig this bit out. And then we can start wandering over here slowly. Although we do have an angry poke shell, so maybe that's going to cause some problems. I don't think it will. There's some water weeds as well that we could grab. Oh, and we should be inspecting this for data banks. Here you go. There's also a pedestal with a double helix on it. Very nice. Got a plant. It's not real. It survived the vacuum of space by virtue of being plastic. Nice. And the game's not lying, it is actually made of plastic. Unfortunately, we can't harvest that by deconstructing it, because it's a gravitas item. Right, let's continue to plant these bog buckets. I would like to actually put a mini pod here as well, so if we get another dupe, we can just print them here. But I don't know where I'm going to put the mini pod. Maybe somewhere very conspicuous, like next to all of this stuff. Obviously, we're not going to build it somewhere we don't want to build it, because you can't deconstruct them. That is a thing that I should remember. You're building this wire here as well. That's fine, because we're trying to connect up the targeting beacon. Not an issue. Hey Neo, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Work has been a week, but yeah, we're getting there. Currently just trying to grab some bog buckets and just do a bit of general exploring. We do have some wart seeds that have landed on this planet. Unfortunately, we didn't quite build the targeting beacon at that point. So they are a bit scattered, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Hammer is feeling quite upset, but as long as they don't get wet, they'll be fine. Let's speed up a little bit. So yeah, the mission today is mostly just to vibe, but also to like pour a load of salt water on this gold volcano and start getting some refined metal. Because we also just want to get rid of all this salt water, because really, I want to build parts of the actual base here. At the moment we have Galileo and Hammer, the odd couple. One of them can't stand looking at people's knees, and the other is a huge wimp. That kind of checks out. Game said it, not me. But yeah, I've got a video in the works. I've got a YouTube video about planets and what you can find on each planet. Because it's not a tier list. I was going to make a tier list, but I realized it didn't really make a lot of sense making it a tier list. And I find the wiki is kind of incomplete in terms of the most recent information. So I wanted to make a YouTube video about it. And maybe actually update the wiki. One of your snakes has laid eggs. Well, that's certainly news, because I didn't know that you had a snake. But congratulations. How many? You have 3 eggs, nice. I think there's at least 3 baby platies in there at the moment. I've seen... Hold on, wait a minute, what's happening? What just happened? Why is the salt water leaking here? Did sand fall down? Or has the liquid physics just corrected itself? Well, we've got a big lump of salt water in here now, but that shouldn't actually cause any problems. We actually have a mesh tile here, so it's all just falling straight down here. That's perfectly fine. I know you've got 3 snakes, not 3 sneaks, and 8 eggs. That's impressive. Hello, silly device. How are you doing? We are back here. We're slowly making sense of this asteroid. And the goals today are to just get to the Gold Volcano and get that working. And be able to send gold and other things back to the Desertlands asteroid. And I'm only going to set up the payload infrastructure to this planet because it's right in the center. So we'll just payload everything from the other planets here, and then we'll just send everything via the teleporter here because it's a bit further away. So that's the plan. If we feel like being productive. Looks like Hammer is now waiting around out here by the poke shell. So they are going to get stressed and have an ugly cry. I also want to dig out all this stuff. So let's keep reducing the oxygen pressure up here. Let's just prioritize these digs at the moment. And then we can start exploring over here. Okay, you haven't actually trapped yourselves. You're fine. Gold. I love gold. Well, I love gold because it's very low heat compared to other volcanoes, and I don't really feel like taming it properly yet. My main aim is to just pour all this salt water down here and connect it up. And what I'm even tempted to do is actually just boil all the salt water here with the magma. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? We're not going to do that today, but we are going to dig out a lot of the asteroid and just explore around. And Hammer is going to have an ugly cry. But that's fine. Gold salt. It's not quite a salt volcano. But it's mostly because I actually want to build stuff here, I think. I still don't know exactly what the base on this planet is going to look like. All I know is we need to get rid of this popped eardrums so that Hammer doesn't stop and cry every 5 minutes. Because look, you're going to go have an ugly cry now, aren't you? Yeah. Rip Hammer. Fortunately, ugly crying doesn't really do a lot other than take the dupe out of commission, so we have Galileo here. They're being productive. We're working on it, Hammer. We've tried to reduce the off-gassing a little bit. You know what I'm actually going to do as well? I'm going to dig this, and we're just going to let all this water go down here. And then we're going to sweep it up. Yeah, we'll leave it. Actually, I'm going to speed through it a little bit. Oh. We're just going to vibe here with these two. I could send some more dupes over. We still need a few bog buckets, to be honest. I want to be growing some bog buckets here before we get a load of dupes over here. Speed 3 does reduce the frames a little bit. You get anxiety, see all the slugs roaming around with that ore. I mean, that's true, but we have loads of ore. Look how much ore is down here. The plug slugs aren't getting any of this.
Hello there.
Hey Leofar, how you doing? And to be honest, I'm quite enjoying having the hydrogen appear, and I'm quite enjoying the free power. So there is a decision that I have made at the moment. Oh, also, if I'm going to dig this out, I actually need to build, like, a door. You know what, let's not dig that out. Let's actually just leave it like this for now. We'll figure that out later. And then you can cancel that. I'll do. Yeah, and then you can get up here and... well, whatever. It's fine. Looking compact, yes, because until the very end of last stream, we didn't have a hard digging dupe here, so we literally used the rover to try and make a makeshift tunnel through all the salt, which we managed, and now that was all the usable space we had. But we do have a hard digging dupe here now, or rather a super hard digging dupe here, we're just Galileo. So we are going to expand a little bit, hopefully get some more dupes here. This Gold Volcano is dormant, so we have time to just come down here. But I also just want to explore over here. I want to see what the other volcanoes are. Because we also want aluminium. And to be honest, we could use the steam power to, like, run things. We do have a lot of natural gas, and we do actually have a natural gas generator. This is running now. And we have lots of natural gas. The carbon dioxide is heading up here. It's refilling the asteroid very slow. The rocket, not the asteroid. Very slowly. So we could stop feeding the plug slugs. So let's actually make a storage bin here. No. Let's not make it there. Let's make it here. We can actually put the lamp in here now. I can go there. I think we do still have some refined metal. We did make a little bit. So that can go here. Once Galileo gets the phone and poor Hammer gets the stressful work. Well, at the moment they're both just looking after the little plug sluglet, which is very cute. Also, we got new printables. We haven't had a new dupe in a while, and we still haven't got one. We have some Draco eggs. That's nice. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna save that. We're gonna build the mini pod here somewhere, and we're gonna print the eggs. Now, where on earth am I gonna put this mini pod? Print and shoot. I could do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll print them here. I've already placed one mini pod that I didn't really want to have, so here you go. And we'll just fill this with Draco eggs. And glossy Draco eggs, we may as well. We are probably gonna want a Draco ranch on this planet as well. We obviously do not have a rancher here yet, but just establishing the population would be nice. We do still need to build this, so let's build the... yeah, that's priority 7, that's fine. Let us reduce the digging priority again. But now, hopefully you're going to go back and do the wire. Mini-pods are so scary. Yeah, I know. I kind of just want to put them up, but yeah, obviously we can't deconstruct them afterwards, so I should be careful. Let's also set this as a priority 9 dig. Let's... I'm fine collecting this up. Can melt them, but like, who could be bothered doing that? I'll probably do it at one point just to show how that it can be done. But I'm not super bothered. Right, let all this polluted water down here. What I'll also do is I'll put a bottle emptier here. That seems reasonable. I'm gonna move all this stuff eventually. Like, realistically, I'm gonna build the normal drip pump room here once we've cleared all this space. It's not that hard to overheat a Radbot gen in the vacuum. Yes. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do that today anyways. Plug slugs are enjoying the bedroom. We have a lot of batteries here. Perhaps we didn't need quite this much storage. Also, we have a bog jelly from the bathroom. That's quite amusing. Let's see. How many Dracos we got here? Plenty, so you can just eat these guys. It's fine. Ugh, these guys haven't really done much in a while, have they? Oh well. Sometimes I just enjoy letting the dupes relax, because they've kind of earned it on these playthroughs where I'm like half dead. Well, I wouldn't say I'm half dead, but I'm like some percentage dead. But yes, the new video. I'm going to make a guide to all the different planets, and I'm putting together the presentation for the video now, and then I'm just going to record it. And that will be, I'm either going to record that Friday. Actually, no. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to finish the presentation on Friday, and then I'll record it some other time. Because I finish work at 3 on a Friday, I've got a little bit of time to put that together, but probably not enough to record the video and stream. But I would like to stream as well. Now, the poke shell egg. The poke shell egg is here. So the funny thing is, I can actually just yellow alert get you to build a tile here. No, I can't because there's a plant here. Distract the egg. Distract the poke shell. To make this a priority 9, we just dump the polluted water down here. CO2 pressure is preventing this from off-gassing, which is nice. We're going to let all the CO2 continue to accumulate down here. Right, so that can be polluted water. I'll set it to priority 9 just so that it stops off-gassing. because the air pressure is too high. Okay, you guys aren't going in here for a while. There's a gravitas door. Is there a volcano? Doesn't look like there's one immediately there. We do have magma bubbles around the map. There doesn't appear to be any leaks. So that's not... Yeah, let's get this wire finished. And then we'll start sending these Draco eggs over. You're almost done. We've actually got enough air to breathe from all this off-gas depleted dirt. That's nice. It's funny, these like swampy asteroids are just an utter pain in some ways and actually quite convenient in others. Right, there's a targeting leak. So if I go here, exactly is happening. Have I actually just sent the eggs already? Has anyone done this yet? No pending deliveries. Oh, it's sweep only. I need to tell them to actually grab the eggs. Okay. Let's just grab these 3 eggs. What skills do we want? Let's give someone... Nikola Tutzler can have operating, I guess. And Galileo, your morale is alright at the moment. I don't really want to give you any more skills, though. So we'll leave you for now. Temperature. What is the temperature like over here? It's still nice and cool over here. The oxygen is a little bit warmer than I'd like. But we are still taming all this water, so that's good. Plan is kind of working. Yeah, let's just see where these Draco eggs go. I want to make sure that we send these over properly. So Human Puffed is on the mission to deliver the eggs. Let's follow them. I've had some more ideas for emotes. I definitely need to get an emote of Whiskers drinking a soda. Like, I want to get 2 emotes. I want to get one which is Whiskers, like, delicately sipping a cup of coffee. Really? You just left the Draco eggs up there? Great. I want to have one which is Whiskers delicately sipping a cup of coffee, and one which is Whiskers just chugging a Pepsi bottle or something. But I need to get some more emote slots first, so we'll wait on that. But I'm gonna get the same guy to do them that did the last ones, because I like the ones he's done a lot. Right, did you really just grab the 1 egg? Yeah, let's grab some more eggs. I don't know why, I thought they would grab every egg. I guess not. But at least we don't have to worry about the bathrooms here. Bathrooms should not be a problem. And really, we pumped up the salt water? Oh, God. Oh, God. That's annoying. Pump can go here. Does not need to be a yellow alert. There you go. Disconnect this. And then, I'm going to be frank, I'm just going to tell you to deconstruct all these pipes and we'll rebuild them. Then the pump can just go up here. And we're going to need to empty the things as well once I disconnect them. So let's empty them now. That is very annoying. I still don't know why the why the salt water actually flowed like that. Oh, now it's all dropping down here. Great. I don't know why. I thought that would drop out a little bottle. Isn't that what it used to do? Oh, I guess I'll get you to sweep this all up as well. Hammer is very slightly injured, so they must have been nipped by the poke shell. Yes, come help Galileo. Or come help Hammer, rather. Hammer's stress is going down a little bit, so the oxygen pressure has decreased. That's good. It's still a little high, but it's getting better. We are limiting the off-gassing very slightly. Ah, really? Just sweep this as well. Now you farted down here, so there's a big pocket of natural gas. Okay. Well, that is a thing that's allowed. The dupes are going to do that. Oh, well, now you need to sweep this as well. No, not empty pipe. Why do I have an unreachable mop command here? Sweep that, please. These dupes really do like to defy the laws of physics with their gas bubbles. Sometimes it's easy to forget that they're all flatulent until you get that happening. Well, whatever. This will disconnect up here eventually anyways. No liquid intake available. Did I just... Yeah, I disconnected all the... I deconstructed all the pipes. That's fine. And rebuild those. Hookshell's like, yeah, you better run. Right, so that salt water won't get to us for a while. Also, I could just dig these two tiles out. And perhaps I should have just done that. That would have that would have made a lot more sense. See, and now the salt water just goes down here. So I should have just done that. And we'll just deconstruct all this. That's fine. Norwegian candy bar Moonlit is packed in 2 pieces. Oh, monolith. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. What does the mono mean? Yeah, I guess building this is a good idea. Also, did we actually ship the Draco eggs yet? I wasn't paying attention. I should probably have an automation alert go off whenever we send something. Oh, I better put these Draco eggs in a room somewhere. Right, let's actually have a look. Hold on. Wait, Draco eggs. They're all in here. Let's sweep that, see where that actually goes. So Neorasia Gaming is on it. Let's see where they go. I don't know, which is what I'm going to go have a look at. We may as well follow me and see that lovely pink jumpsuit in action. Please don't get bored and go for food instead. Oh, you're just climbing up here instead of getting a transit tube. Okay. I should put a transit tube exit over here as well. The long commute. Yeah. Right, let's see what happens. So that is going in here. This. Oh, we did put those other Draco eggs in there. Oh, it's the minimum launch mass. Oh, right, okay. So I just need to put some plastic in here as well. That's fine. Just sweep up this big brick of plastic. There you go. And then we'll send those 4 Draco eggs over. I completely forgot that we had the minimum launch mass on here. Thankfully, you can have an egg in here for like up to 10 cycles before it breaks. So that's not bad. In the meantime, you guys are actually digging all of this stuff, which is nice. We do want to put all of the metal ore in here. So make that priority 9. So that the plug slugs stop eating it now that we actually have a decent amount of power. We have a decent amount of power, we have a decent amount of slugs. Yeah, the bog buckets are growing again, which is good. Let's set it to priority again. Yeah, Hammer's grabbing all the cobalt, that's good. We have the hydrogen here. I should also dig this, and we're just going to put the door here. And then the hydrogen can escape that little bit. So where is that plastic? That's still set to sweep. Have we actually got plastic on this list anymore? No, we don't. Okay. So now someone should come and do this. Once they've had dinner. It makes a noise. It sounds a little bit like the noise that the dupes make when they fart, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the critter droppers seem to be working perfectly. And the food here has exploded. We're up to like 1.5 million calories now. Compared to 1.2 million here. So that's really good. Eventually, what we'll do is we'll send all of this excess food to the tree and get a load of resin, I imagine. Yeah, we'll let all the dupes sleep, and then we'll see what happens. Why are you disinfecting this? What's the germ situation like? That's fine. Load of food poisoning germs. Okay, you've got the plastic. You're grabbing... Okay, you're not grabbing plastic as well, that's fine. I think I do need another transit tube exit here. Perhaps I just put it here. I feel like that makes sense. Let's do that. And then we'll watch the payload launch. So that will send over all of the plastic as well. Should launch pretty quickly. There we go. I love how the little brush comes out as well and gives it a clean after each shot. Yeah, I can just connect here. That's probably going to be fine. Then I guess we'll just put a ladder here. This bit is not very organized. Ooh, there they go. Send a load of them. Eat. There's another one. Seems very haphazard when it's launching the payloads. Yeah, those will land pretty quickly. Holy moly! This is at 1,000 degrees. They don't generate heat, so I'm not 100% sure what's happened. Oh, it's just the rocket launches. Well, that's probably fine. The plastic tube. It's a tube. It's not that hot. It will probably eventually get too hot, but we'll deal with that when we deal with that. This won't have the same issue, so we'll be fine. That does not affect radiation from this. It's okay. Oops, are going to get a little bit irradiated over here. It's okay. These will land in a few seconds, so let's go have a look at that. Let's see if they actually land by the thing. Aha, they have. Okay, good. Yeah, they're all landing right here. 8. Yeah, so empty these. Seems to be very effective. You could rise that 2 by 2 and lift the ladder path. Oh, that's fine. Oh, now they'll go up, go down over the launcher. Who's fleeing? Oh, you're fleeing from this poke shell over here, aren't you? Yes. You're coming up here to grab the plants. That's okay. We do need bog buckets. We need to empty this storage. So who's going to come and do these? And also, which one has the Draco eggs in it? Can you actually just yellow alert these quickly, just for a sec? Oh, okay. For some reason I can't do it. You'll get around to it fairly soon. It's going to take you a while to analyze this with that suit, you know, or just don't bother. Build this with hydrogen somehow. I guess a plug slug farted now. See Dracos, let's see. Yes. Let us grab another one. So why are you guys injured? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. There's no oxygen getting in here. Oh, I see. There's no oxygen getting in here because you guys are just running in here all the time. We actually need like an oxygen vent in here to refill these bits, because the dupes are just spending all their time there at the moment. That's hilarious. Let's see. Keep the floors mopped for less stress. Yeah, that's generally what we're doing. There aren't too many floor segments where there are water, except for the ones where there's loads of water. And we can't really... Well, we can mop this. Let's pop this. I mostly just want to focus on this asteroid for now. I know we could probably improve the gym situation slightly, but that's not really a big priority for me. So what are you doing? Oh, don't go in here. Oh, no. Oh, you're gonna go grab the food. Oh, okay. Oh, you're eating all the berry sludge. That's not really allowed anymore. You guys could leave the berry sludge for now. Yeah, here you go. No more berry sludge for you. Getting most of the plants you want. There's mushrooms down here. We could grow mushrooms. That is not a bad plan. We should end up with some CO2. And we'll have a lot of slime that we'll want to just consume. This storage bin is where we're going to put the slime. Although we haven't actually dug any up yet. Also, we need to actually put the food in here, but no one seems to be doing that. To be honest, we've given these guys a load of stuff to do. No more farters. We've got another wart seed. That's nice. So now you're going to go sweep all of this. All salt water. Still slightly confused about how that's appearing. Where are you going now? Oh, right. You're going to bring all the food in here now. That makes sense. So people are getting popped eardrums going through here as well. With hydrogen. It's not ideal. Let's sweep this up. There you go. Yeah, stress is coming down again, which I think means the popped eardrums problem has gone away. That's good. Them eggs are getting less viable. Yeah, I know. I can't yellow alert this. Actually, I can yellow alert this. In fact, actually, which ones are the yellow alerts? Oh. Not any of those. No, none of these are. So there must be... It must still be here. Hasn't launched any of these director eggs. It's just launched the plastic. Look, I'm just going to set this to, like... 33. Just launch what you've got now, please. Launch those eggs. Or can it not launch the eggs in the payload at the same time? Let's set it to 2. That work now? Doesn't seem to want to launch them. I really hope these can actually launch eggs. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't launch eggs from a physics point of view, but from an actual game point of view, I think it makes sense. I'm going to try saving and reloading. You can launch them. I thought you could. In the meantime, let's have a look at the fishies. How are they all doing? Look at Whiskers. Whiskers is having a bit of a lurch right there. Underneath the plant, having a sulk. Everyone else seems to be doing fine. There's a frog. There's so many snails in this tank. You can probably see them all. Close-up fish cam when? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what camera to get, and also whether to have it on the side of the tank or actually have an underwater-proof camera. I'm thinking about the options. Game. Hello. Let's see if this launches. There we go. Now you're launching. You've launched the plastic. You've launched 2 payloads of 2 kilograms worth of plastic. Great. Okay, let's launch the rest of the plastic. This is starting to annoy me a little bit. Cannot transport duplicates. Yeah, that makes sense. Rad bolts are coming in quick enough. So there goes all the plastic. Now let's send these. I'm going to assume it has to send them one at a time. See, now it's not clearing the rails. Cleaning the rails. Decon, you want me to deconstruct this? We can't deconstruct and reconstruct this every time we want to launch an egg, surely. Maybe if I set it to 1? No, it just changes it back to 2. No, this is very bugged. Okay, we'll deconstruct this and we'll try again. Have you launched eggs before? Has anyone launched eggs before? Yeah, you've launched eggs before. Okay. That's fine. You've launched shine bugs. Yeah, because this definitely feels like something that you're supposed to do. Let's rebuild that. Which is unfortunate because it means we wasted all those rad bolts as well. But we do need to actually investigate this. And then, yeah, load this with the eggs. So, sweep up the eggs. Maybe the update has bugged this out? Really? That would be annoying. Well, you've unpacked some of the plastic. I guess there's no huge urgency to unpack the plastic. Yeah, build this, please. so this should fill again. So now the Drecklets aren't loading into it. Oh, because it's got no delivery destination. Okay. So let's do this on. Okay, so now the Drecklet eggs have loaded. Let's set the minimum launch mass to 8 and see how that does. And then have this just fire a load of rad bolts in. And see what happens. This should happen fairly quickly. There we go. And now it's launched the eggs. Okay, it did just seem to be bugged. So the Drecos are on their way. Nice. Hopefully they won't all die. Yeah, bog buckets. Yeah, continue to plant those. You guys are currently hanging out, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's good. Well, it is worth testing these things. You may as well... actually, you know, I don't really care about lime here at the moment. We're not going to make any steel. For now. Right, so Dreco exit incoming. The next thing, then, is probably just digging down to this. So now we can actually avoid the... Yeah, we can avoid digging through the slime, because we have a hard digging dupe. So let's just let all this polluted water out down here. Yeah, just dig this out. Ladder this. Then we can sweep out what's left of this, and then just ladder down here. Yeah, there we go. And to be honest, I'm just going to go all the way down here, because we want to grab all of this. And I'm going to uncover this right away. We want to grab all the gold, because this is refined gold here. And it's cold. So we definitely want that. There's no slime down here. And then we'll just dig everything out in like a 4-tile block, because this is all just excellent resources that we need. Yeah, just dig the whole patch out. There's even a tiny little bit of oxalite down here. So that's nice. But you do need to actually dig the rest of this first. New mutant seed. We found a mutant spindly drop fruit. Is there radiation here? There is a very, very small amount of radiation here. Well, that's a thing. Yeah, grubfruit seed, unidentified subspecies. Let's send that back to the main planet for analysis. Exciting, you never mutated grubfruit. Yeah, me neither. Let's see what happens. So, seeds. It won't let me just send a mutant. You know, just load all the grubfruit seeds. But it's fine, we don't need them. Just load them all. It's fine. Yeah, let all this water through here. Got some regular water. How did that end up in here? yeah, I'm sure it won't be very practically useful, but it'll be interesting to look at anyways. There's the Draco eggs. Right, let's unpack this immediately. The reason why I moved the wild ones over here is because they're wild and they're not going to starve. So we can just leave them here for a while. That's the aim. Seed analysis complete. We found a specialized one. So yield amount 50%, viable temperature range minus 50%. How interesting. So if we go to the... I guess we could stop sending the grub fruit seeds over there. That happened quicker than I thought it would. I guess everyone's been really bored. Right. So if we go to the colony summary. Let's see. GMO AOK is an achievement that we do not have. So we've now analyzed a sleet wheat and a spindly grub fruit. Cool. Well, the more of these that we get just randomly, the less we'll have to actually focus for the achievement. Yeah, you're still doing that, that's fine. Draco eggs are now here. They should be fine. Good. Good stuff. Right, that's all been dug. Let's sweep this up. Let's make this into a mesh tile. One of those eggs is tame, I realize. But the other three are wild. Like if I... Yeah, these ones are wild. So I don't know why I sent a tame one over. It's because I didn't know where the wild ones went. Hammer earned a skill point. That's actually relevant. Isaac, you can have tidying. Michael, you can have tidying. And then Hammer, you can have... You might as well have super hard digging too, and then we'll give you building. So now you can both dig through all that stuff. You have a puffed. There is a squeaky puffed egg, and it's incubating. So, right, we're going to want to send that over as well. So let's have a think. Obviously, we don't have any Atmo suits at the moment. We do have a little bit of oxygen just hanging out here because of the off-gassing. So that's actually not bad. I would like more than one rocket platform here, but for now I think it's more important that we get the payload thingy in. I don't want to move the payload thingy afterwards though. Realistically, I think we're going to move all of this stuff later, so I'm just going to put it in for now. We just want to get stuff going. So let's see. The payload launcher is here. Make that out of whatever we want. I'm going to make it out of gold. The rad bolts we're going to want to put somewhere. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here. Yeah, and then they can dig all of this stuff out. And then what we'll do is... We'll dig these out. We'll put a... Is it space exposed? It's not. This is all... This is all normal land, so we can have liquids in here. That's why liquids are hanging around here as well. So we put a liquid empty here and fill this with liquid. They can't dig the top of that. Oh, this is 6 tall. You're right. Balls. Well, I guess we'll just build a ladder and go around. I think I still want everything at this level. It's fine. So... Yes. Liquid will go here, and then we'll have planter boxes for the Wheezeworts. We do have a little bit of phosphorite. The rad bolt generator will be up here. That will need cooling. It's gonna take a while for us to just payload launch stuff back. I do want to try it though. We have so much salt water here. We could just pump a salt water loop through here, and it would take ages to heat up. Actually, you know what? Yeah, hold on. That's not priority 9 though. That's priority 5 then. Got some balm lily? Probably somewhere. Why? Let's actually just focus on doing this. This is like the main thing I want to do. So just, yeah, dig all of this out, please. Passive Draco feeding. Yeah, that's true. That is a thing. I'm going to leave them wild for now, and we'll just, we'll tame them later. It's not on the top list of priorities. I just wanted to get some over here to start. Yeah, let's go in here and explore. Slime lung, we haven't let any out, have we? We have. There is some mud down here that has slime lung in it. How did I miss that? Let's see. Dying on solid. I think that's sweep only for now. Is that what was actually Jeremy? Yes, it was. Let's move all of that. Now you have the slime lunge. So now you need to go wash your hands immediately. Then there's more here. So you'll need to do the same thing. Okay. That's fine. No more germ exposure. So the polluted water will drop through here again. Now you guys can finish this off. And then we can just go and explore over here as well. And let's also just dig all of this stuff. Too many Dracos. I feel like not all of these guys are getting shade. Or maybe they're just regrowing quite slowly. That's fine. You can dig these too. Yeah, make this all priority 9. Want to analyze this as well, and hopefully we'll end up with some oxygen here. So we'll see. What are you doing? You're grabbing the bog jellies. That's fine. Can you actually reach this? Not sure. We have buffs. Guess they're gonna eat all the polluted oxygen here. We do have a load of CO2 in here for the rocket as well, which is nice. It won't last forever, but it's a good starting point. Is there anywhere to dig this out? Let's see. Gel. It's a little too much over there. You put a sublimation station down here, I guess. Give them suits. Yeah, we could give them suits. Reed fiber, we could send that over here, no issue. Once we have the Drecos up and running, we'll have constant reed fiber to repair the suits. I feel like we could just let this water down here off gas. It's fine. Got a load of mesh tiles here. Then we can sweep up this water. Gold! Right, yeah. Priority 8 this. Do this first. Yeah, because at the moment you're just going to be wandering through the natural gas to breathe, which is not ideal. Also, all this natural gas I should actually pump out of here. We'll set up a gas filter as well. The thing is, I'm going to set up all the gas filtration stuff once I know where the base is actually going to go. And to do that, I want to continue digging through here and exploring the asteroid. I have no idea where I'm going to put everything for now. Oh, also, I just realized, we'll have to deconstruct this and build a ladder here. Lovely natural cave below. I know, this is very scenic. Very pretty. Yeah, so build this as well. Then once you've built this, you can start sweeping all of this. And get some more off-gassing. You leave it. Maybe. Well, I mean, it's full of slime lug anyways, so we probably will leave it. This should help us start getting some oxygen down here as well. Like if I just build like some tile, like a tile here. No, not there. We build a ladder here, and then the dupes would have like a pocket to breathe because it'll build up with oxygen here. Seems okay. Yeah, just get rid of the carbon dioxide beacon as well. But we'll dig down to the bottom first, and then we'll do all that. Still grabbing all the metal there, that's fine. We've cleaned up all the metal from the base, so these guys are hungry now, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, there's not even any water here for you to sweep, so don't even worry about that. The liquid level has dropped below for some reason here. How bizarre. Yeah, now you'll have enough oxygen here to actually breathe a little bit. Also, I am going to go get an actual drink that's not caffeinated, because I've been drinking way too much caffeine today. So I'm just going to leave it running, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, and no one has suffocated, so that's good. Give us some more dupes. We have got a fungal spore now, so we can do mushrooms on the other planets now. We only have slime. We only have slime on Pursuazon, but we'll print the fungal spore here, and then when we start doing puffs over here, we can grow the mushrooms here. Seems fine. Nice threads of Amari. Yeah, I customized Amari. He's got the black getup because he was the first dupe. We had loads of dupes when they first did those clothing updates, so we customized him. But I haven't really bothered with the rest of the guys, to be honest, because I usually just give them the primo garb anyways. It doesn't really, that feature doesn't really make that much of a big difference to me, if I'm being really honest. You're still dumping all this polluted water in here. That's fine. Let's sweep the rest of this water out of here now that it's all being displaced. And you can actually finish this after. Now we actually have a decent amount of clean water as well, and I'm not really sure where that came from, but we may be able to use that. You customize one and then I realize I won't see any of that ever. Yeah, exactly. I guess it's not pointless for the beginning of the game. Also, I haven't given Hammer a suit. I should probably have given Hammer a suit. Right, there you go. Yeah, analyze this. Getting a little bit of oxygen from something down here. There's some slime down here. Is that Jeremy? No. Well, that's okay then. Yeah, see how quickly you analyze this. There's some clean water here. It's interesting. There is also a an actual geyser here. Let's have a look at this too. This is probably another metal volcano. What are you doing? You're grabbing all the polluted water from up here now. Okay. It's a fairly large amount of polluted water. What vents I have on the list? Let's see. We have Gold Volcano, Cobalt Volcano, Iron Volcano, Aluminium Volcano, Natural Gas Geyser, which we already have, and it could be a hydrogen vent as well. So my money is on it being a metal volcano. And by my money, I mean exactly nothing. Right, you've actually dug up the bog bucket and you're planting it now. Good job. You bet hydrogen? Yeah, let's find out. I should also start the process of just dumping all of the salt water on this. So let's just make a load of insulated tile. This is going to be very scientific. So what I'll do is... That's got slime lung on it there. What I'll do is I'll literally just open this up like this. And then we'll temporarily seal this off. And then we'll temporarily seal this off. And fill it with salt water. And that will cool the gold for a little bit, and then actually we'll fill the bottom bit, and we'll leave the top bit here so it doesn't overpressurize. And that will give us a little bit of cool gold to start with, and then eventually it'll boil the salt water. Nice. Good name. I like it. Always. There we go. I like it. I've got to admit, my brain is not really in the mood for big elaborate Oni stuff at the moment. And I'm enjoying pottering around tonight and digging around in here. But if I feel like this tomorrow, I'm gonna stream something else instead. I think I'm probably gonna stream Noita tomorrow, because, like, I could tell that I should be doing more at the moment than I am doing this. Like, I'm quite enjoying watching Galileo and Hammer just run around, but, like, we should be doing stuff more efficiently. We should be, like, getting suits up and actually being productive. And I'm kind of just farting around at the moment. No pun intended. And I'd rather not just fart around in Oni. I am having fun, and I'm definitely not ending the run, but I don't know. I think I just need to figure out something with work. Like, I've started taking my hay fever pills again, and I've been feeling quite run down as a result of that, which is weird, because I don't normally get drowsy from them, but I have been feeling drowsy, and to be honest, it's been difficult to even stay up at work. So I've been quite annoyed by that. Also, I actually need to reconnect this down here now. Let's just reconnect this quickly. And I've just been struggling, and it sucks because I am really enjoying this. I want to do more of it, but I just feel like I'm not really doing it very well at the moment. Just focus on one thing for now, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're kind of doing. Like, I want to get this Gold Volcano up and running. I want to get that done first, and I want to dig through here, and I want to see where the other Metal Volcanoes are. And then we can start planning what the base is actually going to look like. It's helping just moving all of this water down slowly as well. Only burnout is real. Yeah, you get a kick from that tamer. Yeah, like, it's kind of a combination of things. Like, we're in an awkward phase where, like, I don't want to bring more dupes over here because it's not super stable yet. But at the same time, it means it's quite slow to get all this new stuff off the ground. And I'm a bit further in the game than I normally am before I end up restarting. And I don't want to restart. If it was just that, it wouldn't be an issue. But I think it's also just the fact that I'm being really burnt out because of work and probably just the hay fever stuff. Like, I think I might need to go and have a chat with, like, my GP or something, because I don't normally get drowsy from hay fever pills. Like, I just take the normal Benadryls, like the ones you can get from Tesco's. They don't normally give me issues. This is the first week, in fairness, that I've taken them. Or, well, I started taking them again last week. And they were even saying on Radio 1 today how the pollen count was really high today. And I haven't felt the hay fever symptoms. I've just felt really drowsy from the pills. And I'm not even sure it is the pills. But yeah, I'm just unsure. I mean, maybe I'll even just record that video tomorrow, but I would like to stream as well. You take Benadryl to sleep, so yeah, maybe that is it. But it doesn't normally make me feel drowsy, which is the part that is confusing me. But I don't want to, like, we've made a lot of progress on this run, and I don't want to just kind of scupper the run by just playing it when I don't really feel like playing it, and then making a load of shitty short-term decisions, and then we end up, like, not getting where we need to go. And, like, on the flipped asteroid, like, we made stuff here so it's working really well. Like, none of this has needed maintenance for ages. So we're literally letting the dupes just run on the wheels down here and having fun. And this planet is more or less at that stage as well. Like, the dirt amount is going down very, very slowly, but we are generating dirt. We're in a position where we can easily adjust this if needed, but we have dupes over here. They're happy. They're getting food. We have oxygen. We have water. So I can just go, like, at a slower pace this next little bit, and it's not the end of the world. But if I make, like, a load of shitty decisions here and lay out the base in kind of a bad way, it's just gonna, like, sort of kill my enthusiasm for it. So what I want to do, what I want to do today is I just want to explore the rest of what's down here. Let's dump some salt water on this. That's gonna be. How much are we gonna want to dump in here? We'll just dump the rest of it down here, and we'll deal with it later. So let's just go up here and dig this all out. You sweeping and chill watching. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to relax. I don't have to be super productive all the time. But it's annoying because at the same time I do want to innovate, like I want to make stuff better, but I'm not in a, I don't feel in a position at the moment where I can think that laterally. And I don't want to frustrate myself doing that. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not really used to dealing with health things. Like, my partner has some long-term health conditions, and she's very used to managing them and looking after herself and pacing herself. And I'm not. Like, the hay fever is pretty much the only thing that disrupts me. And last year, I didn't really have that much of a problem with the hay fever and the pills. I don't know why. But this year so far I seem to be struggling. Like, I just had a week off of holiday that was completely unrelated. And I thought I would feel recharged from that. But because of, like, a load of wedding planning stuff and just seeing everyone for Easter, I've still felt zapped, like, at the, like, after the holiday. I don't really know what to actually do at this point to feel better. But we should be ready to pour all this salt water down here. I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna overflow this way, so let's just tile this up quickly too. You're feeling tired and lazy for months too. Rip. I'm always more productive in winter because I don't get the hay fever. But normally, when I've got hay fever, the issue is me sneezing all the place and the Benadryl's not being that effective. Not usually me not feeling sneezy, but feeling really drowsy because of the Benadryls. This is the first year that I've felt that. And it could be because I've had COVID, and it could be like some kind of result of COVID that my body is dealing with the Benadryls differently. It's kind of scary to think about. But, yeah. At least we are in a position where we can just chill and watch the dupes do stuff. When you feel too brain dead for Oni, you watch Oni streams. Fair. I was quite enjoying just watching live action Pixel last night while I was working on the video. I hope they fix this bug soon. But no, thanks for talking to me about this, to be honest, because it's nice just being able to talk to people about this. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll see my GP at some point. Maybe I just need to get more sleep. Maybe that's what needs to happen. But I just feel really frustrated at the moment, because it's like, I don't want to go to bed super early. Because I feel like I barely have enough time to really get into stuff when I get home as it is. That one slug is stuck indoors. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's open that quickly and let him out. In fact, we can just leave that open. That's fine. Thank you. But it's like, at the moment, like, work is fine. I mean, there's a lot to do, but it's not too bad. Also, let's watch all this salt go. But I come home, and I get home, and it's like 6 o'clock, and then we need to make dinner, and then we need to do, like, the housework, and then we need to try and fit in a little bit of wedding planning, and then I start streaming, and I enjoy doing the stream, and I want to do it because it's my time where I actually play video games. And actually get to focus on something. Hammer's about to have a sneeze. Good timing with that. Yucky lungs. Yeah, so that's just gonna come drop down here slowly. Cover Galileo in salt water, that's the plan. We'll fill it up to about 1 layer. And then we'll let the rest... Actually, that's what we should do. Let's actually deconstruct... this, like, deconstruct this, dig these, and then we'll let the rest of the salt water go down here. This is taming. This is the start of taming. Like, we're gonna build like a proper tamer later, but I just wanted to get some cold gold for now, just so we can build stuff in the base. And there is cold gold over here as well, which we just want to... But I don't want this to overpressurize. I don't know when it's gonna erupt. Next stream, just chatting, we all watch an Oni stream together and say everything the streamer does wrong. Lol, like an Oni watch party, I like it. Right, that's too much salt water. Well, if I just if I just yellow alert this as well, that should... Currently too much salt water. But at least it's not touching any of the other stuff. If we're feeling generous, we watch a scrub and teach them the way. Yeah. Nice. Right, so let's build one more ladder down here. I don't know why I'm yellow alerting. In fact, let's not yellow alert it. Let's priority 9 it. Because it's not actually an emergency that they're covered in salt water. Like, they weren't breeding down here anyways. I might make this the thumbnail. This amuses me. Like most efficient volcano tamer. Yeah, build this. Then you can get down here and let the salt water out down here. Who knows, if enough gets in, we might even get pressure damage. Although at this point, actually, let's make it yellow alert, because it's going to pollute the water here in a minute. In fact, that's going to do it right now. Oh, God. Just come in here, dig all of this. We're a little bit late on this, to be honest. Oh, why is that? If it works, it works. There you go. So now the salt water should come down here. Got a little bit of salt water in here, that's fine. Yeah, that level is decreasing again now, that's good. So let's sweep all of that. And then let's just cancel this for now, just so that we can get around here. And then, yeah, leave that priority 8. You've come up here and dug all of this now. Good job. We'll just leave that. You wanted salt water there anyway. Whatever. It's fine. We're still getting some off-gassing here. We've still got some oxygen, so they can breathe. How long do you think this save would last? I always feel like long-term saves has to have no challenge to them. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like, we've done the farting bits. I don't want to have, like, the longest run I do have flipped farters in front of every video. Because we kind of solved the farting challenge. Like, we have gas filtration. We made some nice natural gas rooms based on the EFR's design. We've used that natural gas in a lot of buildings, and we did a really nice steam vent tamer. This is like the thing I'm the most proud of on this run. And it's just slightly annoying at this point because we're waiting around to get more dupes. Like, I would have printed more dupes by now were it not for the fact that we wanted to have only farters on this run. And we are past the point where it's really a challenge. This is an issue with oxygen not included, is that you'll have an idea for like a challenge that'll make the game more interesting, and eventually it will just stop being a challenge and it just becomes an annoyance or a hindrance. Like, it just makes everything takes 10 times longer, and the game is long format anyways, so there comes a point where you don't want to be slowed down, where you just want to keep going at it. So it's difficult. Like, I don't want to stop this run, because we're on a roll. But I also don't want, like, 120 episodes of flip farters, when I could have done the same in 40 episodes of something else. It's very difficult. Like, I have a couple of ideas of something else to do. Like, I still want to do Spaced Out. I still want to do Spaced Out. I've enjoyed doing this stuff so far. But I think what I want to do is I want to do it without, like, a restriction on the type of dupes we get. I mean, the farting isn't really causing that much of a problem anymore. I could just rocket more dupes from the other planets over here as well. So that's not really too much of a constraint. Anyways, we've got the right amount of salt water in here now, so that's good. This is getting analyzed. Launch food. Yeah, we can launch food as well, although we do have a decent amount of food here now. We've got the bog buckets growing. We've got enough polluted water to feed them for a long time. Right. I think what I should do is I should continue digging out here and just find where everything is. Like, so let's priority 9 all this stuff. Like, I want to see what's over here. So just build all of this. We want to see what's in this. And I want to have a look down here as well. I mean, there's this big lump of magma here as well. Like, if we're not reasonably going to build a load of base stuff down here, because there's all this magma. If we were going to build a base anywhere, it would just be up here. And we'd leave most of this stuff. I want to see what's over here as well, because that's going to constrain where we're going to put base-related stuff. You ever start over, I challenge you to tame the tungsten volcano so you can get niobium. A good start to reach late game stuff. Yeah. Because it's like, I've enjoyed the spaced out stuff. I've enjoyed doing a little bit of rocket related stuff, but I still feel like I haven't really scratched the surface on it. And at this point, I'm not even sure whether it's because, like, it's too difficult or whether it's just because I don't want to. Like, we made good rockets before. I think I actually just find it a bit tedious. I think I need to be in a more productive mindset to enjoy that part of the gameplay. Also, Galileo, you just farted and you just displaced like a literal metric ton of salt water. That was quite impressive. That is happening occasionally. Like, I feel like eventually they would just empty this pit of water just from farting, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, some ideas. So, we haven't done a max difficulty run yet, which obviously wouldn't help with the brain fog or the drowsiness thing. But it is something we haven't done yet. There's I still never did the Somnian synthesizer. That's like a classic run sort of challenge that we could do, is actually just try and get the Somnian synthesizer running and not leave our asteroid. Like we could just do a challenge where we don't leave the asteroid, we just do like a classic base kind of thing with that. Same with the Hermit, because we haven't actually done the Hermit yet. There's all the new Water Blast stuff as well, which we haven't done yet, but I'm not actually super interested at the moment. I think I'm going to leave that a bit longer before I focus on that. No more farters. It doesn't really matter, does it? I'll just take the omelette. The reason why I'm going for tungsten first now instead of my usual gold line is because it's annoying to get lime and you eventually get tons and tons of gold even if you do it later. Yeah, that's fair. There's another geyser down here. Okay, that's cool. Let's go have a look at that. No, not getting on that. Let's see. Yeah, do that instead. So cancel this. The thing is, I don't really want to send Galileo to go and pick someone up in the rocket. Like, I'd want to land the sugar rocket here if I was going to land someone here, because that has... Well, it doesn't have to be the sugar rocket. I'd have to take Galileo, land on the other planet and bring someone back, and keep bringing people back like one at a time to get more dupes here at the moment. Because we're not printing anymore, because they're not farters. So I could do that, but then that means everything else is going to go slower here. But it'll go faster in the long run. Also, do we have a heat leak down here? We do not. That's good. We have more neutronium down here. Oh, look at this. There's just a couple of lumps of neutronium. There's no geyser here. It's just annoying. In fact, that's probably... Is that like the bottom of the asteroid? Maybe. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. Yeah, this is a really large... sort of area. Oh, look at this. Actually, wait a minute. Look at this. That's kind of conspicuous, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? I think Silly Device might have been right. That's not a volcano. Yeah, that's where the hydrogen vent is. Okay, that's pretty cool. And by cool, I mean hot. We'll leave that closed for now, because I don't really want loads of scalding hydrogen down here. So if we do the same thing here, it's the same thing here. But this looks like it's a vent as well. We already got 2 vents down here. Was I just completely wrong about all of these? Got a few tons of gold on the tree planet because you had fun melting amalgam with obsidian, round bolt gens, and vacuum. Nice. Yeah, this is all neutronium here. Speed up a little bit. Yeah, I just want to dump all of the... I just want to dump all of the salt water in here. This is taking a little bit longer as well because we're analyzing this volcano, but I think that is important. But as we keep digging this, we'll keep pouring the salt water in here, and we'll slowly empty it across the whole map. And we'll empty this little bit now. And then probably just do this bit as well. It's fine. Yeah. To be honest, I'm just gonna vibe and hang out tonight, and I'll have a think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But if I'm feeling like this tomorrow, I am gonna play Neutra instead. and I'll have a think about what I want to do with Oni, because I don't want to stop this run, but my brain's not really with it at the moment. So, yeah. But it's just nice hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate you hanging out as well. So we dig a bit more space down here. We could let this salt water out as well, and then go explore over here. Like, the thing is, like, once we get rid of the salt water, this bit here is probably where I'm going to put the actual base stuff. Because, like, the temperature isn't too bad. There's no real geysers in the way here. We've still got frames as well. That's true. That was one of the aims, was to get to late game with frames, and we're doing okay. Like, we're on cycle 437, got 30 frames, and I'm on speed 2. So that's pretty good. I feel like we could do the same on another run. Is there a water source here? There isn't at the moment, which is, yeah, like we're probably going to end up desalinating or just boiling this water, this salt water, to get water for now. We have a big puddle here. Yeah, continue to let this all out. That's fine. This area is remaining oxygenated, so I don't think... we just need suits, really, if we're going to go down here too much. But we don't have the infrastructure for suits yet. I just want to explore first, and then we'll plan everything. Yeah, this is actually running again, which is pretty interesting. Carbon dioxide is going to the rocket. It's still not full. We're really not going to fill this very quickly from the natural gas generator. We're almost done analyzing this volcano. Actually, hold on a minute. We've done something silly here. We've got a load of igneous rock down here we're not using these ladders. Let's actually just cancel all of these ladders and make them out of igneous rock. And that will save them a lot of time. Because there really isn't a lot of sedimentary rock down here. Igneous rock. Build, please. Oh, we're out of igneous rock. Oh, okay. You know what? Cancel this for now, and we'll just prioritize building this bit first. Priority 7, all of this. Well, I guess grab that, because that's all the gold as well, like the actual gold. And then we'll priority 9 down here. Thinking of progressing in Oni. Smiley face, trying to actually progress in Oni. Nervous face, yeah. That's kind of how I feel tonight, like. At least people are actually getting down here now, and we're doing a little bit of stuff. Let's priority 9 these bits as well. It's because there's more rock down here. We're getting more and more room for the salt water as well, so let's actually start digging this out too. And I'll also just dig up here. Yeah, the stress has gone down again. We haven't got the pop eardrums anymore, which is nice. The natural gas from the dupes has just all moved down here. So that's pretty good. Your current motivation is when I have all the good resources, I'll make a super clean base on one of the asteroids. See, yeah, I want to do that on like the water asteroid, because A, it'll have a water source on it, and B, there's all that free space once you drain all the water. Like, what we do is we just make an Escher waterfall and we just compress all of that water into like a single tile or something, I don't know. And then we'd have all that space to actually build something with. Like, the funny thing is, like, I actually want to go back to the rhyme time. Like, I want to go back to a seed like that, where we had a load of volcanoes, and we just had one big asteroid, and we had a plan to use all the volcanoes. And the main reason I stopped that run is because our critter automation broke. And we fixed that. We've done a really good job fixing that this run. Like, with Leofar's help, we have the Sweetles and the Grub Grubs handled, and we can do the same with hatches now. We can copy this build and do it on any run we want, and not worry about overpopulating with hatches, Sweetles, or Grub Grubs. Like, this is optimized. So, I can go back and do another run where we just feed a load of hatches and do some really big builds in like a less messy, farty environment. And that's the other thing I'm aware of, is that I have actually learned some good things from this playthrough, and it may be worthwhile to take those lessons to a new playthrough, where we've got more space. I don't know. I might put a poll on YouTube and see what people think. Instead of filling it with spaceable dupes, I'll be filling it with stuff to achieve max morale, so it won't be as laggy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, because we know what we can do to reduce lag. We can be careful with the critters. We can have less dupes, but if they're all on one planet, stuff will get done quickly anyways. That's kind of what's annoying at the moment, is we've only got 2 dupes here, and it's going to be a pain to get a load more dupes here, because we're going to have to ferry them via rockets. And I'm not really feeling that at the moment. Yeah, the salt water is dropping down. Galileo is getting an eyeful of salt water. That does actually irritate their eyes as well, which is interesting. Any more geysers over here? Doesn't look like it. We have found the edge of the magma area. Let's queue up more ladders. No, not like that. And then we've actually got slime over here. It's not slimy slime, though. There's no actual germs on this because it's too cold. So that's good. Continue moving all the salt water. It pleases me. Right. So if I just build this ladder down here, then I can just dig these tiles too. We got a babby fish. I like the wild fish. We're very close to actually analyzing this. Can we analyze this as well? Like, you can finish that off, Galileo. That's fine. British starvation. I don't think they actually are starving. Yeah. This is all still at a good temperature. Like, just hooking up some of the water loop to cool the base directly does seem to be working pretty well. Like, the oxygen is coming in slightly hot again because this cool steam vent is running again. But we're keeping the part of the base cool that actually needs to be cool. These grub fruits hopefully won't start overheating soon. Yeah, let's see when this is going to erupt. So this is going to erupt in 16.4 cycles. Nice. It's 300 grams per second of gold, average. It's not bad. We don't really have to worry about that now. Right, let's actually, yeah, this is full of salt water. So let's just deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct that. Same with that. Then we can access this, and then we can just start digging all of this. We're going to end up with some big natural gas pockets down here. Consequence of unprotected farting dupe miners. Yeah, dig those out. Also, because I'm curious, how much athletic skill do these dupes have now? Because I'm pretty sure they've just been running on the wheel mostly for like the last 100 cycles. Let's see. So Giovanni has... let's see. Here we are. Yes. So plus 20 athletics, plus 20 machinery. Let's see how many dupes have those at the moment. Yeah, 20 athletics, or 18 athletics, 13 machinery. That's not bad. Okay, you have relatively little. It's reassuring. Yeah, 17, 15. Yeah, they're getting some proper gains from all this gym work. Like, the gym doesn't lie. Maybe that's what I need to do in real life. Maybe I need to go to the gym. The thing is, like, I like doing physical stuff, but I never want to fit it into my schedule ahead of anything else. That's the issue, is that it's always taking the place of something else I'd rather be doing. Like, playing video games, or, like, actually planning life stuff like the wedding and things. Like, I already have enough difficulty actually just fitting in all of the stuff that I normally do. So all this polluted ice melting is still really annoying. But maybe doing something physical would help me get out of this funk. Bit of farming. Then near Reza Gaming, you can just keep going for research, it's fine. I think my dupes are taking 100 cycles to max athletics if they just run all day. Yeah, I think that adds up with where our dupes are, because we've mostly been letting them run for a while now. And in fairness, the dupes here have had a little bit more to do, because they're doing all the farming as well. And they're mostly just getting a load of excess calories instead of running. If we go here, let's see. I mean, in fairness, like, yeah, Neoresia has really good athletics as well. Same with Fartalus Crumb. Same with Dimitri. All of these guys have pretty good athletics, except like Aristotle, Archimedes. I mean, they're all still getting that. Do you give them research to skill faster? Oh yeah, you're asking the FR. I don't tend to do that. I tend to give them like the building and supplying stuff first. I know it does level their skills faster if you give them the science, but I still feel like just the immediate gains are pretty good, and eventually they'll pick everything up. Like, I'd rather just have them build... Like, the building makes such a difference. I'd rather just give them the building first. Same with the supplying. But I can see an argument for both ways. Here's another geyser. Now, let's see. If I position ladders around this... See, in this case, look. This is clearly a volcano because of how we drag the ladders over this. Like, I know you can tell what the geysers are with the priority trick, and I don't like doing that because I don't like completely ruining the surprise. But this is at least telling us that it's a volcano and not a geyser. Or a vent. Well, I want to go over there as well. Yeah, so that's where it is. The quickest way to get there. We could just go through the... There. Just go through the dirt. That's probably fine. I want to grab the puffs anyways, and... Like, I don't want to dig through the slimy bit. I'll be real. So, we'll just come up here. We'll go... Dig into here both ways. Come down here, then we can grab that. Grab this. And then we can just come wander over here and have a look at this. So let's oh god, what am I doing? Priority 7 all of this. And then priority 9 this. Because A, that'll give us another end with oxygen to help build this faster. And B, I'm just curious about all these geysers at this point. Also, challenge team, no tier 3 research. Oh, God. No, I'm not doing that. I think the next run, I'm just going to give myself no restrictions, and we're just going to try and do... We're just going to try and actually do the Somnium Synthesizer, because I want to try that out. And I don't think I'm going to do it unless I... Oh, look, we got another farter. Ooh, okay. Hold the phone. Right. I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do, and we're just going to print them here. Because I can't be asked to shuffle the rockets around, and we want the labor. So I need to put the printing pod somewhere out of the way. But I'm going to do that. Mostly at this point just because it amuses me. I know this is... No, I'm not going to put this here. That would be very stupid. Under the Gold Volcano. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I put the mini pod by the volcano for now, because then if I decide to melt it later, it will be way easier. I actually like this idea. We'll do that. Okay. Let's see. And we'll make it out of something that melts easily. So I think the sedimentary... Is it the sedimentary rock that melts easiest? I mean, that melts pretty easily. I think it's granite. Yeah, I remember someone saying granite. Yeah, that melted like 600. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll make a granite mini pod here, and we'll print our new friend. and that's what the thumbnail will be. Yeah, so build this. And they're also a really good operator. I mean, pretty good operator. And they have the level 3 digging, which is pretty interesting. It won't be any easier to melt it there. Well, yes, because it's currently covered in salt water. But, like... we can get something to work. And to be honest, it's just directly over the volcano, so I don't mind fitting it in this space. Like... Oh, you know what I could do? I could even put the mini pod like above the lava, and then we could just connect it to the lava if we wanted to melt it. That would be amusing. I mean, we could do that fairly easily here already. By the way, do they work underwater? No, they would flood. That is also a good point. So there's the rub. I want to build the pod immediately so we can just get the dupe. I'm draining the area anyways. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to literally just build this over like this. Build this, please. Seal this off. We're going to build the pod here, right by the volcano. We'll let some of this water out. We'll refill it again later. Or actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, we'll just make it its own separate bit that we can. That's right next to the volcano. I'm just this very silly idea has motivated me. Right, just do this very quickly. This won't mess with anything. Exactly. It's a video game. Just do silly things because they're fun. We're slowly increasing the number of dupes here, and not because we're actually setting up a proper rocket transport network, but because we're just having fun and building a silly meme. Right, I don't actually need to remove this. I want to change that, but we can just leave this as it is, and then we can build the mini pod. So I can go here, make that out of granite, put that here. Yeah, let's get this finished quickly. And the thing is, I want fresh dupes here anyways, because their morale requirements will be really low. Get the data bank. I would much rather you could deconstruct the mini pod and then you don't get the data bank from inspecting it than the other way around. Right, okay, activate this, please. Lol, this reminds me of the Toy Story meme that I don't want to play with you anymore when we're done using. Lol. Just let molten gold touch it. I feel like it will be very easy to get this to melt if we want to. There you go. Now you get to download your point. Good job. I like it. I mean, yes, the gold is the worst volcano for... I mean, to be honest, like, yes, gold has a low heat capacity, but it still has a high temperature. And if you're trying to melt something, I think that is relevant. Like, I think it'll be okay. Like, it will eventually melt. Let's see. So, we're just gonna print Rowan. Any name suggestions for Rowan? Silly device. I know you're the one to tend to rename things. So, if you want to name them on this screen, now is your chance. We look up some scientists. Alright, I'm going to go and break for a little minute. I'm going to come back once we've got another drink. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate the company tonight. Like, you guys have kind of made my day, to be honest. Like, because I just felt rubbish. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. Leonardo da Vinci. I do like that. I do like that. You forgot to redeem the channel points, but we'll go with that. Right, let's head back to the game. Leonardo. Easy climb. He's a rogue. Vegeta probably won't be an issue. The dupes aren't getting that stressed anymore, so that's not too much of a problem. Yeah, let's go. Nice. He's here. Good job. Aren't you ready for Devin to name it Leofart? I am. Nice. Wait, what skills am I going to give you? Let's see. We do need an operator. You also have the super duper hard digging. Let's be real, I'm just going to give you the hard digging because you've already got super duper hard. So, let's just give you that. And then priorities, we're going to prioritize digging and operating on you. That's okay. Yes. enjoy your skill point. These mini pods are pretty goofy. Nice. So we have a third dupe. We need another bed. So that's something we can pretty easily do, because we can just deconstruct this and put another bed right here. Bathroom is okay, and then a mess table is also okay. So everyone's currently on break, so that's not as convenient. Oh yeah, we've actually got obsidian here as well. So yeah, now you can dig all of that. That's good. Galileo does have super duper hard digging as well, but having another person able to do that is good. Mesh tables spill free. Yeah, exactly. It would be a pretty sensible design decision, to be honest. Or bog buckets. This should be enough bog buckets for 3 dupes. I'll start extending them over here as well as we get more dupes. Oh my god, look. They're all just chatting by the mini pod. That's amazing. I love it. That's so stupid. they just look so confused. They're just like, why are we here? Got a rare meeting of the Ninja Turtles. Actually, no. So Leonardo was a Ninja Turtle. Galileo wasn't a Ninja Turtle. That's just misinformation right there. Okay, you guys actually need a rec room because you're just going to be hanging out like by this pod otherwise. So maybe we should make a rec room. Yeah, deconstruct these, please. You also place my mini pod about like, magma, and they do that. Yeah, very silly. Yeah, I don't know how they can solve the problem of it being really tempting to just constantly restart in Oni. Because like the struggle for survival at the start is really fun. And then as you get towards the late game stuff, it just takes so much time. And there isn't actually, like, if you know how to build stuff, the difficulty isn't in actually building it. It's just in taking the time to do it. Because it's going to take hours and hours. And I don't know how they can really solve that. Or whether it's even something that should be solved. Yeah, if I build another tile here, then that will keep the liquid in the volcano and keep it off the mini-pod, which is, I think, what I want. Just moving your base one tile to the left would take a week into late game. Yeah, like, I remember when I moved all of this stuff over to the left. That took long enough, just so we could fit these ranches here. Let's open this door again. I want to get over here. So, yeah, finish doing this as well. And then... yeah, then prioritize getting over here. That's sensible. You don't think it should be solved? Yeah, let me reword that. Like... there should... I feel like... I mean, the stuff to do with the late game is rewarding. It just takes ages to get there. I think something that people have discussed is that with a lot of late game stuff, like the main reward is actually building it and knowing that you've done it. Because stuff, like when people were talking about space materials, like the tungsten volcanoes, niobium volcanoes, niobium volcanoes, I think in particular, taming those, like making loads of insulation, doing all those big projects, like they're really fun to do. And they let you flex your understanding of the game. But you don't need them. There's never anything that requires you to build something like that, apart from more endgame stuff. I don't know. I don't know. You suffocating? No. I think I just need to actually get to late. That's what needs to... like, I did the temporal tear once in base game, and that was manageable. They've added more stuff since then. You like to prolong the mid game as much as you can, because as soon as I feel like in late game I've lost interest, but early game is too boring. So let's go 300 tons of steel. Nice. Steel is good enough type of thinking. Yeah, it's like I understand that there's certain things you can only do with thermium. Like when I was thinking about making that sour gas boiler ages ago on the Badlands run, like. That was gonna, like, when I was gonna do all of those sour gas boilers, and it was gonna be too much heat for a volcano to generate, and I was planning on doing it with thermium stuff. You would need thermium for that to get all the machinery running hot enough. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it's really anything wrong with the game. I think I'm just dissatisfied that I haven't really gotten there yet. We are getting a few suffocation alerts now. Hopefully we can... yeah, let's just get through to the oxygen. They are making it. I think it's just because they're getting confused about where to breathe. I should really have, like, oxygen masked this, but there is oxygen up here, so I feel like it's not super necessary. Yeah. I'm probably not going to make a huge amount of sense tonight, if I'm being honest. So if I'm not making any sense, just, like, just don't worry about it. I'm just vibing tonight. But 3 people are getting this done faster. Yeah, it is the hydrogen vent. You were right. It's pretty interesting. Wonder how much hydrogen it's going to be, and I also wonder whether it's dormant. It probably is dormant. I think for now I'm just going to dig across here rather than digging into here. You like little goals like, I want 100 tons of mud, let's go. Yeah, the thing is, as well, like, if I'm setting myself goals, I need those goals to be interesting to watch. Like, I need to have a goal where the process is fun to watch. And it's also just like a process that keeps me engaged as well. So whatever goal it is that I set, I need to think of that. And I think doing the sleep machine would be a good goal. Because it would be like a fairly self-contained one planet challenge. It's just literally get enough dupes to be productive enough to run the sleep machine. In the meantime, what do you do with your 1,000 tons of coal? Just feed it to a load of diamond presses. Just make a load of radiation and do that, or... yeah. Don't bother about being interesting. Fungus has been sitting around chatting while dupes build the sour gas boilers for 4 streams now. Oh. I need to tune into Fungus more. I need to actually tune into other streamers more. Like, I miss just watching people's streams as well. But I enjoy playing it a lot, and I really enjoy broadcasting it with you guys. It's just conflicting. I just feel like I just haven't got enough time to do everything I want to do, and it's kind of sad. But everyone has that problem. Like, it's just a universal problem, isn't it? Like, you never have enough time to do everything that you want to do. Right. Should we... We've opened up a lot of this stuff down here. I think I actually want to dig across here as well. Because this is going to fill up with water, and it's going to be a nightmare walking through all this water. Like, that's going to take... That's partly what's taking so much time. Is that this is full of water, so it's going to take them ages to dig down there. So let's actually just do this. Yeah, I think I agree with Max in that I think I just enjoy.
There we go.
Hey, Trevor Queen, how you doing? Welcome everyone. How you all doing? What you been up to? We have mostly just been digging out the metallic swampy asteroid, finding geysers. We found a gold volcano down here, and we ended up printing a new dupe right next to the volcano because I thought it was funny. And also because we're probably going to use the volcano to melt the mini pod later. We made it out of granite, so it will melt at like 600 degrees. So that should be fun. But yes, to be honest, we've just been a bit real today. Like, I've mostly just been talking with chat about like life and staying motivated and persevering around hay fever. Like, I'll be real, like, I haven't really gotten a lot done in the game today. We've just been derping around, watching Galileo, Hammer, and now our newest dupe, Leonardo da Vinci, farting around and just building stuff. And drugs. Yes, the pros and cons of Benadryl. So yeah, we've just been vibing today. But we are on the hunt for geysers. We're having a look around this asteroid. I'm still just trying to decide where I'm actually going to put all of the dupes. Like when we move dupes to this asteroid, where are we actually going to put them? I don't think I'm going to put, like, I've initially settled here because this is just where we could tunnel through the rock to start. But, like, there's geysers here. There's big lumps of, like, boiling igneous rock here. I don't really want to touch. There's loads of slime lung as well. It's just not a particularly pleasant environment. And to be honest, I'm tempted to set up all the main living quarters and the main base over here. But we're just trying to explore and see what is available for now. And people are suffocating just a little bit. So let's recap. Do we have a water source here? Well, not from the list. There isn't one on the list. So if it's not on the list, does that mean there just isn't going to be one? Because if it's not on this list, and there can't be a geyser that's not on this list, then there isn't going to be a water source here. So perhaps this isn't going to be a long-term habitation asteroid at all, and we're just going to set up a load of metal volcano tamers and just leave it. Natural gas gen output. Yeah, that's not going to be a lot of water. There is a lot of water here to desalinate, but it's not going to last forever. So I feel like what is going to happen is it might just be a temporary operation where we set up the volcano tamers and then we just leave. Which might make things easier. Because we could just expand the quarters up here, like in a haphazard way, fairly easily, and just have the dupes slowly build everything they need to. Yeah, here's the hydrogen man. And we've got some oxalite here now, so that's nice. Slime to O2. Yeah, but the slime is limited as well. And the puffs won't ever generate a surplus of slime. Morbs. We could do a morb generator, but I don't want... How many frames does that consume? Like, is that frame efficient? I don't think it is having that many critters. But I've not actually built a morb generator before. We could do... I mean, obviously there's the whole rocket chimney thing as well that you could do. Yeah, it looks like we're finding some more stuff now. We're going to keep digging through this. This is all the, like, nice stuff in the asteroid. We're going to keep digging through all this. Have a look. So they don't actually take up too many tiles. They just wander around a very small area. Yeah, I guess it's not like they're climbing. Like, they're just wandering around like little derps. So it probably wouldn't consume that many frames. Honestly, we could try a morb generator here. I'm tempted to try that. Yeah, let's find all these geysers first. We're getting through this a bit more quickly now. I think wading through all the water was definitely not helping. But I do also want to see what's down here, so let's also just do this. You got 40 in a 3x2 room and you're more concerned with 400 Paku in a 1x1. Yes, if only we had a way of actually auditing all of the performance impact of all of these things. If only. Yes, now I've got 3 dupes. Stuff is actually going a bit quick. It's nice. Potioncraft letting me know it's on sale since Steam. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I've been keeping an eye on the dev diaries and what they're adding, and it looks interesting. We will come back to that at some point, but I'm gonna wait until they've added a lot more stuff to that game before I go back. Yeah, we're doing alright food-wise. Oh, actually, because we have power, like, Let's, what else do we want to do? Rocket really isn't refueling very much. We have the phone. I think I should just make a rec room with just a phone in it. Like, honestly. Maybe we'll just put it here. Also, what's the air pressure like in here? It's still a little high, which is why these deodorizers aren't running. I mean, they're not getting the popped eardrums anymore. I'm going to set this to 3000. Let's actually get some deodorizing. Yeah, come back down here. Is this another geyser? Doesn't look like it. It just looks like some cold abyss light. I don't think there's anything over here. Leonardo is going to bed. Yeah, building this out of igneous rock was definitely the right call. Just because it's locally available, they're building it a lot faster. You spent 4 hours today fixing your oxygen production. Nice. I need to go... Oh, I need to go and see how you're doing. I haven't watched you in a while. This is what I was saying to people in chat as well. It's like, I haven't got time to watch other people that I actually want to watch at the moment. It's annoying because I want to do my own stuff as well, but... I do want to keep in touch with people. Well, we've almost broken through to the puff dream, so that's a start. Yes, sharing room full, I get it. Imagine streaming while checking on others. Yeah, imagine doing a stream where all I do is just watch other people stream and live react to it. That would be so weird. Like like you see people online like doing YouTube like reaction videos where they're watching someone else's YouTube videos and reacting to it. That already gives me the squicks a little bit. It's just like it's like if you're providing like a load of input on it, it's like a niche subject or something, then fair enough. But it's like I've seen people just watching like just like really random videos and just going like, haha, that's funny. And it's just like that always just rubs me the wrong way. It's like you're not actually doing anything. You're just watching someone else's stuff, and you just have a load of people watching you because you were doing something else previously, and now they're just watching you because of like the inertia of the algorithm and because they already know who you are. Just like, I don't want to ever get to that stage. I don't want to ever get to the stage where I'm just posting off like you being good in the past. That's never something I want to happen. You see people streaming the streams of NASA launch? Yeah, I mean, that's probably not the worst example. Because it's like, I feel like you could provide input on that from your perspective pretty well. But like, I don't know, it just rubs me off. Anyways, yeah, you guys are actually up here and you're schmooving now. That's good. So we can grab some puffed eggs whenever we want. Going down here as well, grabbing the food. There's even more puffs over here. There's no slime lung over here, so we can dig through here too. Am I going to empty the whole map? I'm not. I'm just figuring out where everything is so that I can decide where I'm going to put the actual, like, permanent base. I mean, and... yeah. We haven't got a water source here if it's not showing up on the list. So we should assume there's not going to be a permanent water source here. Like an easy one. So maybe we don't need to set up a permanent base. But... I just need to have a think about where I want everything to go. And then we'll start committing to stuff. Ah, look! There's another gold volcano. Wow. That's nice. Let's just ladder over here. So, yeah, we can dig that. Let's just come over here like this. Just dig this. Cancel this. Cancel that. And then we can dig all of this. This one's actually active as well. That's nice. And there's another volcano down here. Cobalt Volcano. Okay. In fact, let's actually take this and bring it... Alright, we're actually doing stuff now. Excellent. Yeah, another big metal zone. Good. Yes, I guess just exploring through this part was fairly annoying. But we want to dig all this out anyways because of all the resources. Temperature-wise, it's all super cold over here. So that's not a problem. Let's see what's here. That's an iron volcano. Okay, that's good. Yeah, lots and lots of volcanoes. Because, yeah. I don't know exactly what to do, but obviously we need to tame all these metal volcanoes. And we're going to have a load of salt water that we just want to evaporate. So in the past, I've done self-tamed volcano tamers. Oh, you've got an allergic reaction now because of all the buddy buds. That's hilarious. Let's actually uproot these. I don't want you sneezing all the time. Trust me, buddy. I get it. I get it, buddy. But at least we're finding out where everything is, and then I can come back to this. I am gonna stream something different tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream only tomorrow. I'm gonna stream Noita tomorrow because I've got a run that I want to finish. But I can have a think over the weekend and come up with a plan for this asteroid, and we can come back at it with a fresh mindset. Also, what have we got? We got another farter. Oh my god, we got another farter. Excellent. That's just what I needed. Right. So also this guy, right? This guy is a +10 suit wearer, so he's got the athletics. That's excellent. We already have a Nikola. We have a Nikola Tutzler, so we're definitely going to need another name for this guy. He's a caregiver again. I find that it's so common to get dupes with caregiver. Like, you don't need that many doctors. I wish they would decrease the frequency of this trait, because I swear I've got like 5 caregivers. Oh well, just a bit of a whinge. Yeah, that's good. Charles Darwin. Okay, I like that. You also need to send me some points for earlier, because I named him Leonardo and you didn't redeem any points. Or at least I don't think you did. Right, here we go. I'm sure you've got plenty of points for it. Right, let's see. Well, I'm not that sure. I mean, you watch every stream I do. How many points do you earn an hour? Like, I think you earn like 200 points an hour? Maybe you don't have that many points. Maybe I'm being very presumptuous, in which case I apologize. Oh, I thought you meant it's a chance to name it for free since it was printing. No, no, that's not what I meant. No. A rename is 1,000 points. It's not a lot of points. The name of the dupe deserves the respect points. Right, anyways. Charles Darwin. Text to speech. You can still rename 5 things. Oh, has that not worked? I've got it active here. God damn it. I'm going to refund those points. The text to speech program I have has changed. Like, since I last downloaded it. I'm not sure that's working anymore. I'll refund those points to you later, silly device. Anyways, Charles Darwin. We're going to print you. Congratulations. Yet another dupe. Right, we're just going to get you to exosuits. I think that makes sense. So, you can focus on the tidying and stuff. There you go. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why that didn't work. I've got to go back and have a look at that. Yeah, we're getting all the dupes in here. The EFR gets like 300-ish an hour. You've got 68,000. Nice. So this iron volcano is idle. Do I want the iron volcano to erupt? Probably not. That's a bit more heat. So we'll leave that covered for now. I don't want a huge amount of mess over here. We'll uncover the Gold Volcano, but I think the other volcanoes will leave. So that can stay like that. Let's speed up. I want to get all these uncovered. We got 4 dupes now. We should be on it. Also, that means I need to build yet another bed. We're gonna remove the mallow. Deconstruct these. Shift this one more tile over. No rules for the 100,000 rename. I shall rename the whiskers. No. I mean, okay, here's the house rule. You can't rename a fish that's already got a name. And Whiskers already has a name. Also, it actually literally says on the channel point redemption, you get to name a fish IRL in the tank, except Whiskers or Cuzco. Yes, actually, that's true. Oh my god. Galileo's deconstructing the bed while Leonardo's in it. What a tragedy. I am now awake, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the stream, I'll show you Cuzco. They are the one baby that actually grew up. Wrong element damage? Wait. Why have we got wrong element? Oh my god, a plug slug came in here and farted in the natural gas room. So stupid. But what, we got... Yeah, okay. Whatever. I should probably actually put a door in there then. Let's put a door here. And then we'll sort that out. And we'll remove the plug slug because he's misbehaving. Yeah, there is fine print if you test it, apparently. Yeah, remove the plant. Build the bed. Build a tile here as well. Digging is intensifying. Also, I'm pretty confident that we can empty this salt water now. Like, yeah, we're not going to let it pour over here. Maybe not quite yet. There's still a lot of salt water here. But I would like to drain, like, all of this. This is the subsurface ocean part of the asteroid, which has also been quite annoying. Yeah, there you go. That's a barracks again now. Congratulations. Allergic reaction. Yeah, we need you to get rid of the buddy buds. Those are no bueno. Which I guess means we should also go up here. Cycle number reminds me of a joke. It is cycle 444. Also, we got a little squeaky pufflet now. I did not grab that egg in time. Oh well, we're not prioritizing the puffs yet. I still need to figure some stuff out with this run, so I'm not going to commit to any major decisions tonight. You can reach that now, so you can remove that buddy bud. Also, did I just remove a load of slimy stuff? No, that's fine. Yeah, I do have my FPS counter here. There's just the normal Steam FPS counter, but I figured it was pretty relevant to you guys. So, I'm leaving it there. Also, yeah, let's dig this. Priority 9 it, please. And then, we're actually getting down here as well. Let's have a look at this. We got some brine. Mostly brine, a little bit of salt water. No, it's mostly salt water and a little bit of brine. That's what it is. I feel like someone's gonna suffocate at some point because of this water. There is an actual risk. Also, you can see the natural gas farts come up like through the salt water. How sad. We got a natural gas geyser. Brilliant. Inspired. So this is fart vent number 4. There we go. Congratulations. Then we'll remove this for obvious reasons. Ladder can go here. There's no heat leak, which is nice. Then we can just dig this, grab more of these resources. That's that whole metal area, pretty much. Oh, I know this. Yeah, I know that joke. A silly device. A crow comes up to a lady and asks, "Hello, would you like to donate to my charity?" "I don't know. What's the name of it?" "Caw, caw, caw, caw," says the crow. "I see it's for good cause." Yes. Very good. Yes, we've exposed these puffs here. Let's speed up. I wanna get to the other side of the asteroid. In fact, we could start queuing this up as well, but I wanna dig this out first. We could even actually just come in this way, to be honest. We're getting to that point. Oh, they're running the long way through here again. Because I built this wall in case the salt water overflows. But it won't overflow because it's going to come straight down here. So yeah, we didn't need to do this. So let's deconstruct these and then they can run this way again. Leofard needs someone to explain the joke. I'll leave that to you, silly device. Okay, look, I get it, Nicola. Oh, Charles, we need a... My new colleague at work is called Charles. We need a mess table here. Or skill points. Marie, you can have mechatronics. Albert, you can have field research, I guess. Pythagoras, you can have demolition. Archimedes, you can have plumbing. So, cobalt, gold, iron, gold, hydrogen, Bart. So the only geyser that we haven't found yet is the aluminium volcano, which is the one that is actually really important because we need aluminium for its thermal properties. So hopefully that is over here somewhere. You guys need to build this ladder, which I think you're getting to. Cobalt is pretty good too. Oh, for the thermal conductivity. Actually, yeah, let's have a look at that. Wait. Am I dumb? What am I thinking of? Oh, the solid. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, 100. That is better than what else we've got. I'd still prefer the aluminium, though. Like, it is here. Go grab it. Human Puffed earned a skill point. Let's see. You can have tidying. Also, I'm going to give you applied sciences because you have the morale. It's fine. Have more research. At least they can actually wander through this bit just a little bit. But let's see. Let's do the levels so they sort of match up over. Actually, we don't need to make the levels match up. We'll just do it like this. It's like one off anyways. So we'll do something different here. Limit out of igneous rock. Well, we'll get more by digging in here. I do want to grab all of this. Like, honestly. We'll even remove the abyssite here. Because otherwise it's going to get in the way of volcano-related stuff. I'm beginning to think there might be a volcano over here. Also, let's actually kill the plug slow so we don't get any more hydrogen here. Let's priority 7 this stuff. And priority 9 this. I think cobalt is the best metal in the game. It's usually easy to get, has a good high melting point, second best TC, decent SHC. I mean, yeah, in terms of like risk reward, like the amount of investment needed to like cool a cobalt volcano is pretty low, and it's pretty easy to get set up. But I don't think it's the best payoff. Like, I think it is very convenient early game, but I feel like there's a better volcano for pretty much everything, like depending on what you're looking for. Like, because the gold is obviously less embodied heat, and you get the decor bonus from the gold. The aluminium is the best thermal conductivity, and the iron is used to make steel. So I think all the metals have advantages over cobalt, but cobalt is a nice general pick. I picked golf. Yes, a golf volcano that launches golf balls everywhere. I like that idea. Pick this. Well, at least we're not going to run out of metal, refined metal ore anytime soon. And to be honest, there's more refined gold here too, so that's nice. I'm just going to ladder up here and grab this too. Yeah, that'll do. We're out of we're out of food. What do you mean? We trapped? There is other food here. Let's build you a thing. Yeah, you aren't trapped. There's meat and swamp chard. What's going on? Oh, I've said it so you guys can't eat meat. Okay, you guys can eat whatever you want. Just eat whatever you can find. Like, you don't need to be fussy. Just don't eat the berry sludge. There you go. Ah. This looks like the aluminium volcano. Something along those lines. That's probably the tile there. Right, so let's finish grabbing that too. So it's about 10:30. I don't want to go too much longer because we're going to get to bed. But it would be nice to uncover that volcano and check it out as well. So we'll go for another few cycles, I think. Yeah, everyone's getting to sleep. Bathroom bog bucket is growing healthily. That's good. Yeah, so you guys can wander over here now. That's pretty convenient. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Silly Device. Cobalt is a versatile metal. It's pretty good for a lot of things. If I found a cobalt volcano as my starting volcano, I definitely wouldn't complain. You know, I'm gonna actually set those priority 9 as well, just so you dig up some more rock for building these ladders. It's going to activate in 10 cycles. Yeah, you guys are going to get this done pretty quickly now. That's good. You've got oxygen, you've got the building materials. You should be able to get this all done, hopefully in 2 days. Also, you guys are farting a lot. I guess thems are just the breaks. You all signed up to this. I would like to analyze this as well. Because realistically, we're going to start building everything out of gold. And then we're going to tame the iron volcano with gold-based stuff. And then we'll send steel over for other stuff. But then eventually we'll be able to make some steel here. I'm curious what's over here, but it's going to be very annoying getting there through the slime. The metal overlay needs more variation. You'll look like gold. Well, this all is gold, and this is cobalt. I mean, if we go back to the other planets... Yeah, I see what you mean. Lead looks like gold. Copper... Well, copper looks a lot like... something else. Copper looks a lot like iron. And then steel is quite vague as well. I feel like they could definitely improve the color distributions on these color maps. Yeah, there's the Cobalt Volcano. That's good. What we got? Give me another farter. Do it, game. Oh my god, look. We've got 3 farters in a row. The game knows that I'm getting frustrated, and it is giving us the dupes we need. Now this Gossman is a tiny little bit good. I mean, rocketry is pretty bad, but another pilot is probably a good idea in the long run. And they also are a gourmet that starts with grilling, which is not awful, but they are also a bottomless stomach. Well, yeah, we're definitely taking a Gossman. Any more name ideas? Awful Ripful Growl. Yeah, it's bad. I was just trying to be kind to them because it's like I'm just grateful for another dupe. But yeah, it's not ideal. Also, let's I think at this point we're gonna cut our losses and seal this off and deconstruct this. Another mess table here. We're definitely gonna start running out of food though. I need to start replacing these batteries with buckets. Louis Gasteur. Okay. Sorry, the AFR, you were beaten to it. Selling devices on these names. Okay. Yeah, let's print them now. So... Do you want it to be Louis, or do you want it to be Louise? I don't mind, but I feel like Louise would also be a good idea. Oh, we need a gasman as well. Hold on, let me just check the dupes. Let's see. I mean, we already have a Gossman called Fartless Crab. We don't have a Gossman called Gasman. Well, Silly Device did redeem the points. So, and I still need to refund his points from earlier. So we're going to name them Louis Gasteur. They're currently named blank. Wait. No! It's not letting me name the dupe. Because I haven't printed the dupe has no name. Perhaps that'll be solved by printing them. Well, we got an achievement for having 20 dupes. That's nice. Blank earned a skill point. Blank has been working really hard and is ready to learn a new skill. Excellent. Good job. Oh, God. It's Blank. Okay, we can rename them. Louis Gaster. Brackets Gasman. There we go. Perfect. No, actually, hold on. What we should do is Louis Gasman Gaster. There we go. Perfect. Brilliant name. Skills. No discernible skills. We'll just give you grilling too. A chef hat. There we go. Are you satisfied, Leofar? We'll give them cooking priority, I guess. And rocketry priority, I guess. We need to give them another bed. I'm very pleased. We've actually got 5 dupes here now, and I didn't have to rocket anyone across. But they always seem to come at around break time, and then end up falling asleep without a bed. We still haven't found a Stinky, though. Because we're renaming all of these dupes, it's less likely than usual that we're gonna find a Stinky. Which I'm still sad about. Like, we can't like, stop this run until we find a Stinky, at least. Like, it would be a crime. An actual crime. Okay, let's move this ladder a little bit. So now the ladder can go here. No, not like that. Then dig this. Whenever I say dig this, I just think of Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3. I think that's the correct response. No, he says dig on this, doesn't he? And then he does the dance. That's what I think of. This is such a mess, but we want all of these resources. So priority-wise, I think this all is 7. Then this can be... No. There we go. Do I have a numpad? I do. Do have a numpad. Also, I should probably unpause the game. Yeah, have another bed. No, not there. Yeah, put it there. Right, I'm gonna go for one more cycle because my partner's just got back, and then we'll see what we're gonna do tomorrow. But I think what I'm gonna do is I am actually gonna play Noita, and I'm gonna plan what I'm gonna do on this asteroid a bit more in depth. So we're allowed to eat things. Here we go. And we'll come back to Oni on Monday. When I'm feeling a bit fresher, hopefully. But it's good. We've got more dupes. We've exposed most of the geysers on this planet. I'm hoping we can get down to this volcano and confirm it's the aluminium volcano. Because we've got the slime here. I'm very tempted to just fill this whole area with steam. Like, in all honesty, like, we can get the magma here to turn all the salt water into steam, and then just remove all of the slime lung from this area. But we would need exosuits first, and I want to set up like we've got 5 dupes here now. It doesn't have to be like a permanent base, but I want it to be a bit better than what we've got at the moment, which is functionally not a lot. We'll build the bog buckets here as well. Like, we'll move the salt water down here, and we'll boil it all. We'll seal it in a room just full of steam that has a vacuum seal. And then we'll get the Dracos here. We'll get the exosuit manufacturing and maintenance going on. And we'll make a proper base with like an entry and exit chute, food storage, and then we'll focus on all the volcano tamers. And it doesn't have to be a huge base. It can be like this big. Like, this is all the stuff that we actually need this planet. The rest of it is just ranches and tamers. So we'll do that first. And then we'll tame the volcanoes. Make one table with all the volcanoes? No. I've tried that in the past. That's a bad idea. We had like loads of volcanoes next to each other. And we let them all boil in one room, and it was just horrendous. That's like the #1 thing that I'm not going to do again. Also, it's really handy there's just random oxalite deposits in here. That is very handy. Yeah. Because what I'm tempted to do is I'm tempted to make the access shaft down here. And then, because this goes all the way down to the bottom of the map. If this is clear up here, then we could just have a shaft with a fire pole going up and down. And then this is where most of the volcanoes are. So I think that makes sense. Over here, there's these magma lumps in the way. But I'm not sure what's down here. I think I do need to have a think about it. Yeah. Sorry, I've been really indecisive tonight. I will confirm on Discord whether I'm going to play Noita or Oni. It's honestly going to depend on how I'm feeling tomorrow. But this has gone better than expected tonight, because at the start I was just kind of just not really doing anything. And now at least we have found all of these. Buried object. Yeah, that is an aluminium volcano. Nice. Very good. That's active as well. These are all active at the moment. Okay. That's good. I like them tamed individually, unless it's so close that individual tamers won't work. Yeah, exactly. And these are all far enough away that we can tame them separately. But I'm going to want to just decontaminate this whole slimy bit first. And we're probably just going to do that with an aggressive amount of steam heat from the magma. Because we're going to have lots of heat generation here anyways. I might as well just use the magma to evaporate the salt water. And that's one less problem we have to deal with. Yeah, everyone's going back to base now. It's fine. Did we break any of the room bonuses? No, there's still all the rooms correctly. That's good. I want to fit a nature reserve in somewhere, because we've done a lot on the other asteroids. I don't think we're gonna manage. There's not really room for one. There's 3 plants here. That's not 4 though. I think maybe this planet won't have a nature reserve. Because it's not going to be convenient to route it at this point. Indonachia underskill. You can have operating. Ooh, the Gold Volcano is erupting. We gotta watch it erupt. Let's watch it erupt. It's like a watch pot. It's not gonna boil. On erupt. I bet a dupe comes over and analyzes it just before it erupts. Oh no, there we go. Gold! We have gold. We have hot gold. Neat. Right. On that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you for persevering with me, because I've been all over the place tonight, and I just really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys being patient with me a little bit. While I'm feeling sorry for myself. But we made some progress, and we're definitely in a good position to continue this run. I'm hopefully going to feel better tomorrow. And we'll continue the Oni if I get a good plan figured out, and if I'm feeling well enough. If not, then I'm going to continue the Noita run instead, because my brain is definitely well suited to Noita when it's not well suited to Oni. And I'm going to get the template for that YouTube video finished, so that will come out next week. Because I'm eager to make that for my own reference as well, because the wiki information just is not that good on the different cluster types and spaced out. So I want to make my own reference at this point. But yeah, thanks for watching. As usual, I'll be streaming from 7:30 till 10:30, Mondays to Fridays ish. Wednesdays I don't normally stream, but yeah, normally I'd stream only on a Friday, but we'll see what I feel like doing tomorrow. The best way to know what I'll be doing and when I'll be doing it is to follow me on Twitch, and you'll get a notification when I go live. And there's also the Discord where we all hang out in, and we post stuff there. We post memes, we post builds, lots of oxygen not included related stuff there. And if you miss an episode of if you miss a stream, I upload all the VODs on YouTube and like short highlights and things, as well as memes and discussion videos. A new discussion video for Oni will go up next week, so that'll be fun. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I feel a bit better, but yeah, I don't think I'm done with this playthrough just yet. I was just getting frustrated tonight, honestly, because I was feeling a little bit ill. But we're getting there. We've got some more dupes on this planet now. We can start planning stuff out properly here, and maybe get the rocket infrastructure a bit better as well, so it's easier to swap the dupes over. But that'll be so much easier now that we have 5 dupes on this planet. And we've actually got the labor to get stuff done quickly. Yeah, thanks very much. Sounds like fungus is on. Let me just have a look. No, he's not on. Well, I'm gonna go raid Sushi Queen then. Sushi Queen is on day 5 of the base that she's currently doing. Not 100% sure what she's up to at the moment. So she's making some tall ladders. Right, yeah, we're gonna go raid Sushi Queen. So Sushi Queen 2. If you've got any fishy emotes, which you get by following, feel free to spam them as we go raid Sushi Queen. Here are some of them. And yeah, we're gonna go raid in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.